I'm gonna show y'all a little bit what's going on. Hold on. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Rebuildz. Today, what we have going on is we are gonna try to get this thing started. I end up swapping some wires with the mass airflow sensor or the turbo pressure sensor, and those are one of the things that is being called out on this scanner that we have right here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you exactly what is the issue that we're having and what are the codes that are popping up on this car, because you know we did have it running, because from the last video you could see that we end up driving it off the truck once we got it shipped to here. So what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna just hop in the car, start it, and then see what happens. But anyways, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you can get all your alerts anytime we drop a video, a YouTube shorts, and even a live, because many times I do a couple lives, and sometimes the lives you can get more than a sneak peek of what's going on, because that's when you see me actually doing a whole bunch more to the car. So make sure you do that, and make sure you don't forget to share this to your haters as well, because remember, they love us too, okay? So anyways, what we're gonna do, try to start this car, see what happens, and then we go from there. Let's go. All right, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I basically pulled up, but so I have the key right here. We're gonna try to start it as I said before, and then you're gonna see. So that's all I'm getting, right? When I do it again, same thing. So it doesn't want to start, right? I check all the fuses, check every relay, or well, I haven't checked every relay because, well, I did check every relay, but the old-fashioned way, I have not done it the other way where you actually have a relay tester. That new relay tester is coming in. So what we have right now is we end up getting the mass airflow sensor and the fuel pressure sensor in the mail today. I bought these used, so I mean hopefully they work. We're gonna see if they do. Hold on. Let's see. All right, so we got the fuel rail pressure sensor, or the turbo pressure sensor, I should say. I hope this doesn't even look too dirty even too, because I really don't want to. Hopefully that works. And then we have the fuel rail pressure sensor as well. So they made sure to wrap it up. Yeah, so we have the fuel rail pressure sensor. This is the same one. So on the scanner, so you can see on the scanner that we got right here, right, we go to data management, and so I think these was the last 4 codes that we had, and it says engine status not started, whatever. All right, so you can see we have 3 fault codes, and then when you check right here, you see lost communication with fuel rail and lost communication with turbo pressure sensor or / supercharger turbo booster sensor 8. So, and then we have that last one up here, like checking coding control module in drivetrain. So what I'm gonna do is, before I touch anything else, I'm gonna try to see if I could start off with this sensor first, and then we go from there and then see if it turns over. If it does, then we know that was the issue all along. If it didn't, then you definitely know that it probably was the fuel rail pressure sensor. So we're gonna change out this first and then see if this fixes the issue. If it does, we're gonna scan the car and see what comes up. So let's go. All right, so the first thing we're just gonna change out for now is this. And we're gonna try it and see if this fixes the issue first. So as you notice, I still have the wires separated because I just want to make sure that I get that fixed first before I think it's something else. So this is the bad one. We get it out of the way. Now we're gonna put this one on, and then hopefully we get the results that we need. And all you do is just push it back down and turn it, and that's it. All right, now I'm gonna try to start it again. So let's see what happens now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we switched the mass airflow sensor. We put the new used one we just have. See that that's not the issue. Now I'm gonna put the scanner on it, see whatever codes pop up, and then we're gonna move on to the fuel rail pressure sensor, or I could just change the fuel rail pressure sensor right now. But let me just scan it and see just to make sure. All right, so we still have the 3 fault codes for the fuel rail pressure sensor, and all those 3 codes that I showed earlier, it's the same 3 that is still on it. Cool, but these codes are basically freeze to the firmware, so you more than likely have to drive to get it off for a while. So we're gonna try to turn it over one more time. If this doesn't work, then what I'm gonna do now, we're just gonna hop over to the fuel rail pressure sensor, and then that should fix the issue. So hopefully that's the issue that we're having. We'll see. Okay, so it doesn't want to come on. So now we're gonna start pulling out some tools and work on the fuel rail pressure sensor. All right, hope this doesn't take too long. We're gonna see how long does it take. So I'm gonna use this 15/16, and we basically will be able to turn it and whatever. So it'll probably take us a while, so just give me a second. All right, so the first thing you just gotta do is just to pull up this red tab and then pull back on the black piece, and then you should have the connector off. So now I'm gonna try to see how I could be able to get to this thing, because there's a lot of things in the way, because we currently have these gas lines in the way as well, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to get to it. So as a matter of fact, what I'll probably do is remove this air box, so I could just basically come from this angle and then see if we could get it. And once we get it, then we should be able to have our wrench turn a little bit. So let's go. All right, so what I end up doing is putting a 24 millimeter socket over the sensor. So we're gonna try to see if that now could help us get out the sensor, because instead of me pulling out this whole air box right here, I'll just use that and then see if that will let me get the sensor out. So we're gonna try that. Hopefully it does work, because then it makes it easier for us to pull off less things. All right, cool. So we have gas spraying out right now, a little bit anyway, at least. So it wasn't all that torqued down I need to go back to the manual as well, so I could give you all the right torque spec for this thing, and we should be good. So I'm gonna stuff these cloth behind here just to make sure gas doesn't go all over the place, and then I'm gonna set something under the car as well, so I don't get any gas on the floor. And it's probably less things to clean up once we're done. Hopefully this is our issue, because we already switched the mass airflow sensor, and that's not on, and the car still doesn't want to start. So let's see if it's ready to come out. I still got a few more turns in it. All right, so this is the one that we just pulled out, and as I said, I think this is the reason why, because if you look right here, how this piece is coming up. So this is what I'm wondering, if this is the reason why it wasn't like letting it start, or it finally went out. So it's saying no communication to this thing. So now we're about to put the new one in, or the one that we just ordered, and then see if that one gives us the luck that we need. And then we're just gonna put this